Hi, my name is Shelby Klein, and I chose the topic of Catholicism. It is a religious Christian background that has to do with believing in Jesus Christ. My paper was mostly about comparisons between Catholicism as well as other religions such as Methodist or Baptist. They're all Christian religions, however, they have many similarities as well as what I looked at, many differences. I was asked to reference a pop culture aspect in this society. I chose a TV show that goes by the name of Bones. A little bit of background about the TV show. Bones is an anthropologist who has an atheist point of view in life. She believes everything to be scientific based, everything to do with science. She is very firm in her beliefs and refuses to listen to what anyone has to say. Then we have Agent Seeley Booth, who is her partner. He is of the Catholic faith. He grew up Catholic, has a Catholic background. He is very involved in the church, very interested in what the church has to do and play a role in his life, as well as their daughters. They both have a daughter together, although they are not married. This also kind of butts heads with the religion and stereotypes, but we'll come back to that later. We look at their two different backgrounds, atheist and Catholic. So in the show, they butt heads a lot over these religious differences. They don't always get along and don't always agree on everything, but that's what makes the show comedy, and that's just kind of what makes it fun to watch. The Catholicism role in the TV show is quite relevant. It just wouldn't be the same without it. Even though it has little aspects along the way, it definitely leads into bigger aspects of the show, and without it, it just wouldn't work the same. Their most significant role of Catholicism in the show, I would say, would be when their daughter, when Agent Seeley Booth wants to have their daughter baptized. Another significant role is that he wants to get married to Bones. He believes that they should be married rather than just living together and sleeping together, but that is just his belief. She obviously believes something completely different. She believes that it doesn't matter whether their daughter Christine is baptized or not. She just wants her to grow up and be a very intelligent young lady and know well what she's talking about. Whereas Booth just wants her to grow up with a Christian background and be a loving young lady and caring rather than forcing her to be smart and know what she's talking about. Some pretty important aspects of the show, where as far as research goes, include the aspect of baptism was obviously very prominent in the show. There were also some pretty significant stereotypes that were portrayed in the show that were nearly broken, such as the things like sex before marriage, taking the Lord's name in vain, and just kind of being well-mannered and traditional. There are some aspects of tradition in the show. Agent Seeley Booth does conform to the traditional ways of the Catholic Church in the sense that he does take into account the specific holidays and the way that those work, as well as the specific traditions such as baptism and First Communion, etc. So with all this being said, this is a show that incorporates the religion of Catholicism, but it's not one that strictly enforces it. It shows that although the Catholicism is portrayed, it's not the main piece of the show. And this is what I found to be very interesting as a pop culture reference, and I hope you all enjoyed it.